In 5, 4, 3.
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Hey.
little last dance.
Someone's been watching a little too much Last Dance over there.
Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing? as
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I'm hooked. I told the guys in the warehouse, don't let me know about it. I don't want to watch it because my type of personality. I will live it, and now this is what my family has to deal with. Is me reliving the glory days as a 40-year-old man out in the driveway, like fade away at the buzzer, and they all go inside. But that's what's up. So tonight, Hoppy Hour, sponsored by Yellowhammer Brewing Company, one of our favorite breweries out of Alabama, and our favorite Hoppy Hour sponsor. Thanks, guys.
Took us 4 episodes. 4 episodes, we finally got a sponsor.
Yeah. I think Seinfeld had a harder time to find a sponsor than Hoppy.
When you've got it, you've got it.
Yeah,
Right.
you know.
And
just
Yeah,
just around here, we're just trying to keep little puppies from chewing everything up. So that's what I deal with when I get home is what destruction has happened today. They killed a unicorn today, so that was fun.
Wow.
But
Sounds
yeah.
like a job. Really? Oh, I work with y'all. Never mind. My bad. Forgot. Wrong call.
Do you have the puppy around right there?
No, I actually locked him out. But him and Theodore, so George and Theodore are just loud when they wrestle. So you wouldn't be able to hear me, which might not be a bad thing.
Oh.
Aww.
Well, speaking of keeping individuals from killing each other, that's what I've been up to.
I'm right there with you.
Dogs, children, which is why we need things like Hoppy Hour.
I was talking about my wife and I, not the kids.
Oh.
No.
Sorry.
No, but yes, we've a newborn going through some sleepless nights. So I think this is what's getting us through some of it right now, and I'm also working on this gnarly mustache at the moment too.
I was gonna say you had something stuck on your face.
There's some.
That looks good.
On your.
Yeah.
Wait. I freaking.
You guys can call me you guys can call me the sheriff through this episode.
Oh.
The sheriff.
Yes.
Yes. I think it looks good. I think it looks good, Bobby.
I sort of see you on like Super Troopers 3. You know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
We got some time on our hands. We can start filming.
Just need a liter of something else. Midnight special, maybe.
Yeah.
The spirit guide tastes like blackberries.
Yes.
Oh boy, they don't make them like they used to. So, what are we doing with these beers? Who wants to tell me about Yellowhammer a little bit?
So, Yellowhammer opened up in Huntsville in 2010. Matt, you can probably talk a little bit about their first location. I know it was over there in a warehouse. They just recently, well, I guess not recently so much anymore. It's been about 5 years, but 2015, they moved over to that new Campus 805 up there in Huntsville. They're a Belgian, German-inspired brewery. Yeah.
That campus 805 is just such a cool,
awesome
spot. If you haven't been up there in Huntsville, any of you folks watching this, I would highly recommend making that a stop. Yeah. It is so cool. Several breweries over there and places to eat. Just a really cool.
Man, speaking of which, some of the best pizza, man, they got right there in the brewery.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were down on, I think it's Clinton, just a few doors down. Salty Nut is actually in that facility now.
That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
They started out in one little warehouse, ended up growing and bought the one next door to them. Turned out to have just a really cool music scene on the back patio. And the pizzeria, it was this wood burning, like ceramic mushroom in the back that they just throw pizzas in there all night long. It was a pretty cool scene. These guys some of the best, most disciplined brewers out there. What do y'all think about Yellowhammer? What do y'all think about the brewery, the brand? What would you want people to know about it?
I love that they like you were talking about the European styles. One of the things that drew me to them at first was I love Belgian beers, and part of their core is Belgian white. And that's not, I mean, coming from, I guess most places, their core, you're going to see IPA, Pale Ale, Pilsner, Lager, but you see non-traditional styles in their core, and I love that about Yellowhammer, and they kill it. I mean, they're some of the best. Their T- is one of my favorites. Like you were talking about the Alabama beers, the 1819, the Bicentennial beer was phenomenal. So that's, I think, very unique about them. They kind of march to the beat of their own drum, and they do it well.
Yeah, I think what I love about Yellowhammer is their funkiness. They kind of got a little bit of that funk to them, just with the design of their beers, what their beers entail. It's just cool.
Like
it's fun.
Spirit.
Yeah,
I agree.
They holographic can right here. I mean, that's cool as heck.
They've got that German inspiration, but kind of throw in that Southern twist.
Oh, look at that! I'm so jealous of your can lighting up like that.
Yeah, I wish I could just have it spin the whole time. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Oh,
a little extra.
You could have hung them from the ceilings and just like disco ball with spirit guys.
Let them spin. They're just fun. The beers are awesome. They've got Cheatin' Heart IPA. I mean, that's a pretty cool name. The Midnight Special. A lot of their stuff. They put these the quotes on the can sometimes of bands or artists or whatever. It's just cool. It's fun. It's fun to drink. Like Porter mentioned the T- or Julie mentioned T-. It's just, I just like what they do. What they do is put a really good product out there, and it's fun to look at and fun to drink.
Y'all know that T- actually proceeds. I don't know if it's still true. If they're still doing it, I guess I should. But proceeds went to fund Space Camp scholarships when they launched it. Remember that?
That's cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned some of their bigger stuff. They've got the Dark Hammer, the Frankenhammer.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They made a Belgian quad. I think it's the Dark Hammer. It was actually it was a beer that they created when the bombers passed, when the container size passed, and it's one of the best beers
I'm with you.
Ever made. Stylistically, I don't know if a Belgian quad's for everybody, but when you taste one of those big beers and it's just done with finesse, man, that is something special. Getting into the beers, where are we going first?
Yeah, I think we were going to start with the Midnight Special. I've already got it in a Midnight Special glass.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that.
Just kind of going back, touching how we were just kind of talking about, bottles. It hadn't been too terribly long before they switched everything to cans. When this was first run in bottles, this actually used to be called the Lost Highway.
After?
No, the Lost Highway.
Sure.
Yep. I think it's Hank Sr. A little song.
It is. Yep, Hank Sr.
Yeah, he was kind enough to send a cease and desist.
Yep.
Say, please change the name of the beer.
Change the name.
Fair enough.
Which is cool. I mean, I think that lets you know you've arrived when you get your first cease and desist. The cool thing about this beer is it's lagered.
Yeah.
So that takes a lot of the meat out of it. So if you got that dark beer craving in the heat of summer, I mean, right now we're sort of in that tweener state where it could be 90 degrees, it could be 70 degrees, you don't know, but you get everything you want out of a stout, but it is so clean and refreshing.
I mean, that's
malty.
Yeah, exactly. It's malty, chocolatey, coffee. I mean, everybody can kind of see the color. I mean, it's dark.
What's surprising to me about these beers is a lot of people, when they see you drinking them, they're like, "Oh my goodness, that looks so heavy." And it's, the cool thing about these dark lagers is they're just, it's thin, like a beer, like a normal lager that you're used to. Yeah.
Smooth, crisp. It still has a nice clean finish to it.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite beers in Alabama. Because of the fact that I get all of those nice chocolatey flavors, but it's light. So you can have it in the summer. I get my German style beer without the heat that you get with some German beers. And And it just tastes so good. I love malty beers. So that finish just gets
but
me.
A little history on the beer, obviously, with the name of Lost Highway before. Remember the exact year, but I want to say it was 2017, 2016, maybe 17, I think. Midnight Special actually won a gold medal in the Alabama Beer Cup.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Jimmy, anybody know the history of Midnight Special?
If you look at your can, obviously it's got the train on it. If you swing it around here to the back, it says "Shine a Light On." So there's a really great band out there called Creedence Clearwater Revival.
CCR.
Yes. And they have a song called "The Midnight Special." So
not the Midnight Train to Georgia.
Right.
Not the Midnight Train to Georgia. But that, in that song it says, "Let the Midnight Special shine a light on me."
The brewer, we can probably cut this out, but I'll tell y'all, the one who started the brewery, he was a 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Made him a little terrifying, and he had, he's like that little bit of crazy, like sort of like, when you see the old Steven Seagal movies and the chef would come out and he's like, that would be Keith Yeager. And
I was going to say, I did not know this, but it explains a lot now.
Look, he found out that I was a 6 Sigma black belt, which has nothing to do with martial arts, like nothing at all. But he didn't know that. He thought it was like a jujitsu something. And we're in 5 Points. We did a launch at Slice. I think when they first opened, and he got a little sideways. It was either Miracle Worker or
Man.
I don't remember which one. But I could tell he had a lot of fun, and he starts looking at me like corner of the eye looking at me.
Yeah, let's see what these black belts are about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, we get out in the middle of 28th Street or 28th or whatever it is. What is that, Bobby? 28th something.
28th, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 28th,
28th.
It's definitely street. And
Lines.
he comes and taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, man, I want to spar with you."
You want to talk about leadership?
You want to spar with me? And he was like, "Yeah, I'm black belt too." And like he's like, I don't know what the Taekwondo. And I'm sitting there like, I guess this is the beer business. This is what's up. Well, that's awesome. Midnight Special, all seasons long, but light enough for the summer, but tasty enough for the cold months of the winter.
Yeah.
I think
only 5.4 too, so definitely still.
Yeah.
Drinks easy.
Yeah.
Only
Drinks easy.
heavyweight. You get that mustache, and all of a sudden you think you can handle some 5.4s. All right. But moving right along.
Putting it down.
We did decide in the last edition, or I guess post last edition, that we have been very hop forward on our hoppy hours. And there's so much good beer out there that is outside of the IPA category, which really did bring Yellowhammer out. And you talked about these guys dare to be different, where they do IPAs now, but they built their brewery off of a Belgian white, a red lager, a black lager called a Schwartz beer, Belgian triple is what they're founded for. Now they've got like 7 different IPAs, just like everyone else.
Yeah.
But this guy, which I know I'm a marketer's dream because I'm sold on just the can.
Yeah.
Our holographic beauty right here.
I know.
I mean,
cool.
woo.
It only helps that the liquid is just like this fluorescent, almost pink or fuchsia. What's the color? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like a pinkish hue.
Magenta.
Magenta.
Oh, look, I match.
Magenta.
You kind of match.
I think you did that on purpose.
Did I? We'll never know.
But yeah, that's the color. What's interesting to me, or what's really cool, is how you can't see through it at all. There's obviously a lot of, I guess that's residual in there. It's probably going to hold a lot of that flavor, but I think it creates that color is just really cool. When Yeah, it looks pink to me, but
It's pink.
I guess it's pink. It kind of has that darker hue of maybe magenta or something. I don't know my colors very well outside the
Magenta's a shade
primaries.
of pink. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's good. I like it has the tartness of the blackberry, but I get that nice round flavor of the cherry.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Nice
This is
dry
me holding
finish
a
to
giant
it.
cherry. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely, I get that
Turn your light
tartness. I get that sour cherry, on the front, I guess it's that blackberry that's cutting in there that's getting at that tartness right there in the middle. But yeah, it finishes dry. But man, it's super crisp and easy to drink. I feel like I can take this as a shot.
A true kettle sour.
Almost like it's in a shot glass.
Yeah, almost just like that.
I think Yellowhammer, this is one of the cool things about them being an Alabama focused brewery is they know that it gets hot down here. And, if you want something light and refreshing and tart, like a good lemonade or, a good sour beer, you don't want to have to scrape it off your tongue when you're done. Like, you want something,
Right.
I can have a couple of these and really enjoy my yard work or tough day outside or the pool or the lake or, whatever it is. But blackberry, have y'all ever been stuck in a blackberry bush?
I haven't been stuck in one, but run into a few.
Definitely.
Is that my next Alabama milestone? Getting stuck in a blackberry bush?
Those suckers attack you.
You will get trapped.
They're little thorns. It's like one gets you and it calls all the friends and it's like, hey, I got some. All of a sudden there's like 15 thorns all over you.
You're sitting there going like this, peeling it off your clothes to get out like inch by inch.
Only to get another one stuck to you.
So
and it's intertwined in your shoelaces.
Whenever I see blackberry, I'm like, oh, stuck on you. But this is a beer I don't mind being stuck to. Like it.
Also, it's funny. They've got a saying here on the back of the can. It says, "Let's run away, never to be found." Maybe because it's the blackberry bush got you.
Run away.
I think that's exactly what it is. Run away, never to be found.
Well, what I like about this too, I really started to appreciate sours over the last couple of years, especially since moving to a place that's hot and humid. That acidity is really nice when it's humid out. The finish on this.
Oh, Alabama's not hot and humid. Who are you kidding?
Never. I know. The finish though, you get a little bit of that tartness, and then I wouldn't say the finish is clean, but it's gone pretty quick, where typically the complaint I'd say with sours or lambics is that finish hangs for so long that you have the one and you're done. But yeah, the dangerous thing about this is it drinks like Kool-Aid. The body's light, the finish, you've got a finish, but it's short, and it's refreshing too. Like,
and once again, it only sits at 5%.
Yeah.
Right up your alley.
It's one of those. I've had a couple of friends recently who have just, sours are big. They've blown up over the last couple of years, and I think everyone, I think sometimes sours can be intimidating. I think this is a great introductory sour. It's definitely, it's a great beer, but it's just for someone who hasn't had one before, but they think, oh gosh, am I gonna feel like I'm drinking through a straw, and it's gonna punch me in the mouth. I've given this beer to a couple of folks, and they're like, oh man, that was so great. What's next? And it was kind of that stepping stone to beer. They're like, oh, this is welcoming. It's easy to drink. I don't feel like I can just have one. They'll get to those beers, but they really enjoyed this one as a stepping stone into that sour world.
Yeah, it's approachable.
What type of Alabama weather would you guys pair these beers with?
Oh, yeah, man, that's tough. I think Midnight Special could go just about any time of the season.
I think that Midnight Special, it's because it's so clean and light, but malty and sweet. Even though Midnight Special is named after a song, I think end of the night beer, like last one of the night.
Yeah.
It's dark outside. I don't even think it has to be that cold, but maybe cool. Like that would be perfect. You pour it in a pint glass, sit out there on the porch and finish the night with the night special.
I'm with you. I'd take it like right now, this late spring, early summer, where you still get like a, you know, high 50, low 60 degree evening, and you can sit outside and drink one of these as a nightcap. Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is, you know, this weather right now, with it just those cool evenings, you know, but it's still warm enough in the day. It's, you know, you just don't want something super heavy. But if you like that maltiness, this would be a great drinking beer right now outside on the patio, especially calling it a night.
Julie, what do you think?
I'm going to tie this back to my what's happening, and I'm going to say that, I mean, really, I could see either any time of the year, depending on what you're doing, but like the guys said, midnight special, that's not midnight special. Midnight special in the evening, like I'm picturing Saturday, it's 80 out, playing with the kids in the backyard, and I could have a spirit guide while we're hanging out, jumping on the trampoline, doing whatever, and then same day I can finish it with the nice malty midnight special, because the finish, kind of being short on this, you can have it, eat some dinner, finish the day with a couple of these, and when it's a little cooler. So spring.
Yeah. Spirit guide, I'm thinking I'm ready for the beach. Head on down to Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and this is what I'm cracking open.
Yeah.
Give me
right
there. Dead of the heat. Yep.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm like, man, if I'm headed up to Smith Lake, you know, I'm gonna grab a couple of these and throw them in the cooler for sure.
Yeah, I think you're looking at sort of that, you know, after lunch session in the water, whether it's at the beach or it's the sprinkler in the backyard or it's at one of the mini lakes in Alabama. You got like that. I've eaten lunch and I'm gonna go out and go hard for about 2 or 3 hours. You know, I'm gonna swim, and it's usually about 3:30 when you make it back to the cooler, and you want something that does more than just taste good. You know, you want that refreshing. That's when I'm going Spirit Guide. Or I'm sitting out by a campfire, channeling my inner chi.
I think, is that not your Spirit Guide back behind you? I don't.
My buddy, look, this is just in case Hoppy Hour goes long and I just need to curl up. And
he's like, oh no, I got attacked by a shark. I have to go by.
Is the purpose of that to climb in its mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
You just.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you want your kids going head first into that, but
I don't know if I wanted to go head first into that. When Hoppy Hour calls, you answer.
You almost didn't get out of it.
That's right. I had a little fun since it's Yellowhammer and it's the state bird. Does anybody know what the AKA is for the Yellowhammer?
The bird?
The bird.
Ooh. Gosh, I used to know that too.
Is it on the
No, it looks nothing like that.
It looks like a phoenix.
That's
not what it looks like in the wild. I mean,
no. It's actually kind of
just like that.
It's kind of a little bird.
Yeah, it's also known as a northern flicker.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Northern flicker. I know.
Does it know where it is?
But we work with a lot of stuff, Julie. We're in the northern hemisphere.
Well. You almost figured it out.
I almost spit my beer out.
We are north of a lot of stuff, as he says.
All right.
That's right.
If you were to describe or create your own state motto, what would it be for Alabama?
Oh, this is easy. Roll Tide. It would be Roll Tide.
I think about half the state would disagree.
I'm a Georgia boy. It would be Roll Tide.
There's a lot of Auburn fans out there giving me the finger right now.
Yeah.
But not because you're wrong. Not because you're wrong.
Yeah. I would say come for the hospitality, stay for the beer.
Oh, nice.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have really nice people.
Roll Tide.
Like they are cussing you out on the inside, but on the outside, they are so nice.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
I'll play both sides, and hopefully boost the sales here. So I'll give it a roll. It'd probably be Roll Tide, War Eagle, just like the documentary.
Well, the actual motto
is
Audemus Jura Nostra Defendre, in I guess that's Greek, but
Latin.
Latin. Yeah, same thing. Same. Not at all. But we dare defend our rights, which is cool and kind of
Yeah.
sort of timely in the world we live in.
Question.
Actually, my second motto that I was going to go with was going to be the Latin version. So that's what I was going with. If you would have asked what my second one was, that's what it would have been.
Well, look, proud of Yellowhammer. Look into the history of their brands. Look into they've got a story behind each one of their labels. I think I've made up some stories for Spirit Guide, but I'm sure that there's probably something in there. Miracle Worker with.
I mean, it's all in the name. It doesn't have to be made up. It's wherever the spirit takes you.
That's right. And it has taken us deep into a Hoppy hour.
Yes, it has. Oh, that's.
Well, all right. Well, look, appreciate you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Enjoy Yellowhammer. I know we have great partners of ours, a lot of fun guys to work with, and great beer. A lot of their beers, because they are lagered, really come out well with draft. So when on-premise opens back up, the bars and restaurants start pouring taps again, and you see that Yellowhammer tap, grab it. You will not be disappointed. Bobby mentioned they've won a ton of awards with state competitions. They make flawless beer. So enjoy it. Cheers. Signing
Cheers.
off, Hoppy Hour. Yeah, for sure. Y'all have a good one. Take care.
Cheers.